Hi guys, today we are going to talk about the importance of waking up early, why you should wake up early, what is the best method that you should use to start waking up early consistently and for a long term and see those benefits in your life. So first of all, I want to talk about why it is important to wake up early. Before we get into it about how you should do it, you must understand what's the importance of it. And not to go too deep into why it's important, because we kind of know that if you wake up early, you have more time throughout your day, more time to do things, get things done, work on your business or whatever it is, your job, your school, your homework. But the most important thing that I've realized is I'm also working on this right now, and I'm also trying to improve my habits, because I've had times in my life that I've woken up early, then I started going out late in nights, and then I started waking up late, and I've seen the difference really in my life. And the biggest thing that I've realized is, for example, you must have felt this thing as well. When you go out to a party, let's say, or suppose you go to a night out, to a club or anything of that sort, and you come home late around 4 5 a.m. in the morning, and then you go to sleep. When you wake up after that nap, or whatever, shallow sleep I should say, when you get out of it and you wake up around 2 p.m., 3 p.m. in the day, it takes you like around 1 hour, 2 hour to really wake up, because in the morning when you sleep, you don't really get a very deep sleep as compared to the sleep that you get when you sleep in a timely manner. And when you wake around 2 p.m., 3 p.m., you have this kind of a brain fog, and it takes you time to, you've already skipped breakfast, if you take, you've already skipped lunch, and you're sort of like on a different planet. And when you start doing your work, maybe you have something to eat, it's already 5 p.m., 6 p.m., and then you start working, and then after some time it's time for dinner. The nature made us in a certain way. There is certain rules in nature that are there because of a specific reason, right? So if you wake up at around 2 3 p.m. in the day, then all of a sudden you are in like energetic state, or you get in your normal state to work, to get your things done. It's already 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Your body is wired that way, and you don't have enough time frame between the time you wake up and the time you start to unwind, actually get anything done. Because maybe some people, they work well in the night time, but people who want to wake up early and who want to work in a timely manner, for them it's not good at all. And that's the most important thing that I realized, that when I was trying to okay, I can work anytime, I can sleep late, I can do this, that, whatever, I can work all night, it doesn't really work. My output was not the same at all. And the biggest thing that I've realized is to start waking up early at, let's say, 5 a.m. if you want. When you wake up at 5 a.m., you have a very REM sleep you've got, and you've slept for 6 7 8 hours, and then you are energetic, you start working at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. You have the whole day till 7, you can work till 10 11, maybe take a break, have your lunch, then work again till evening, get your gym done, everything. All of a sudden you have this output of like 12 hours, and in that time you can work like 7 8 hours productively. After that time, in the evening, 5 p.m., 6 p.m., you can start to unwind, and you still have time like 3 4 hours to spend time with your family, spend time with your loved ones, and then like play some games, just unwind in whatever way you like to. This way you have a whole day of a productive day, and then in the evening you have a good time to unwind, and then by the time it's like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m., you're already tired, and you just fall on the bed and go to sleep, and you have the best sleep ever, because you have had so much work done throughout the day. And the biggest thing that I've realized, I've tried like at least 100 times to break this cycle of like bad sleep schedule, and the biggest thing I realized is most people do this mistake. You cannot be waking up at 12 p.m., 1 p.m., late in the afternoon, and all of a sudden you decide that tomorrow you're gonna wake up at like say 5 a.m. It's gonna work for maybe a day or 2 days, 3 days, but it's not gonna be consistent, because you eventually gonna fall back in your old sleep rhythm, because your body takes around 21 days to 2 months, 3 months to fall into a new habit. And science says that basically the minimum duration that you must do something is like 21 days. So throughout the 21 days, it's not like tomorrow you just set up an alarm at 5 a.m. and you went to the bed at 12 in the midnight, but it was hard to sleep, and then you go to sleep at around 2, 3, 4 p.m. and then your alarm starts ringing at 5 a.m. and you're like, throw this shit away. I want to sleep. I don't want to wake up. I'm so tired. All of these things happen. So the best way that I found to start waking up early is to do it in like a way that you go to the gym. You lift some weight and then you progressively overload. You start bringing more and more and more weight to your exercises through like 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks in that format. And the way that you start waking up is just the same. You just have to set an alarm for, let's say you wake up at like 10 a.m. Realistically, some people say that you should set an alarm for 9:45, 9:30, but to me that sounds very slow. We don't have to be very fast or very slow. We have to be kind of in the middle ground. And the best way that I have found is like you wake up at 10 a.m., normally 11 a.m. You set up an alarm for 1 hour before that. And then 2-3 days you wake up at the same time. So 10 a.m. you set your alarm, you wake up at 10 a.m. for 3, 4, 5 consecutive days, and then after 3, 4, 5 days, when you have successfully woken up before, then you put an alarm for 9 a.m., then 8 a.m., then 7 a.m., then 6 a.m. And within 21, 30 days, like 40 days, you'll find yourself that you're comfortably waking up at like things like that. And it may sound slow because we as humans, we want to see results immediately, like, okay, I'm gonna set an alarm at 5 a.m. tomorrow and I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. But if you think like in a long time frame, you decide to do it very quickly, you want instant results, but eventually you're going to fall back in the same habit. So on the gross, you're not getting any benefit at all. And if you try to progressively overload, then consistently after 21 days, 30 days, and work on things that you wanted to work on, and that way is the easiest and the best possible way that I've found out, and I'm still working on it. This is the whole point that I try to share with you guys, the things that I've tried, they've worked for me or not worked for me. So this is the best way, and I hope that you guys try it out and let me know how it works out for you. Because if you start waking up early and before you were having 4-5 hours work output, and that's not even good, right? 4-5 hours is not even deep work, but now you start waking up at 5 a.m. all of a sudden you have 12 hours to work, and out of that, even if you get like 70%, 60%, which is a lot, and like 7-8 hours, 9 hours, that is going to be the deepest work that you've ever done, and you're going to be so satisfied at the end of the day. You have your dinner, you went to the gym, you worked and everything. When you are having your dinner, you'll be so satisfied and you'll be so ready to go to sleep back and wake up and repeat the same cycle of productivity the next day again.